Hey guys, how are you? Oh my goodness. I'm like in one of those like funky days where we didn't work today. I'm like, what day is it? We like traveled all day yesterday. So like my Sunday was wonky. And then I was like, oh my gosh, today's Monday. Here we go. All right. Anyway, so super duper exciting for tonight because go away, son. Sorry. Sticking his hands in my face. Like I want to smell something on his fingers. No, thank you. Anyways, tonight we're talking about customer care, which is tier 2 of being super successful in your business. So last week, Andrea talked about recruiting. Now we're talking about taking care of those people that you've signed up. Okay. So first of all, before we jump into that, I want to see who has earned their boots, who is added 1, who's added 2. I want to hear it in the chat. Shout yourself out how many that you've added because it's super exciting, right? You see those emails, you've helped a friend, right? All right, so Andy's added 1, Dewana earned her boots, Leslie's added 1, Leah has 2, Allison has 2. Super exciting, guys. Be so proud of yourself, okay? So huge. So huge. 1 more to go. I'm not sure who Samsung is, but they've added 1. Jamie, 2 more to go. And if you signed up for Super Saturday, don't forget to check your email. Mine went into the promotions. And so you've got your 3 codes. If you were signed up for Super Saturday, my dog is chewing on the desk. Like, I cannot. You have your 3 codes. So make sure that what I was doing, I've not really posted that I've got 3 codes, but in my messages, I'm kind of like, I know that you were excited to get started. I know that you were interested in the supplements. I have this special code that I would like to share with you. If this is a good time for you to get started, I have a 10% off code. Plus, it will give you a free VIP membership. And I'm wording it like that. Would you be interested in that? So I'm just letting them know that I have the special code. I've really not posted about it yet because I kind of want these to be exclusive and I want these for people to be like truly committed, right? We want those people to get started and be with us for 60 or 90 days. So don't forget, when you add 3, you're getting your Boot Barn gift card. This month we've already done our wellness event, but this Thursday we have the Pink 15. So that's on Zoom. It's always on Andrea's Zoom. Everything now is at 9:00 besides team call. And if you ever need a reference, it's always pinned to the top in the Rise Co Facebook. Okay. And so what I would recommend that now she's chewing the leash hanging on the wall. It's like one of those nights, right? I always recommend that you look at the calendar right when it's first posted and just go put it in your calendar. That way you are prepared. Okay. And you can't see that, but it's the 24th is our next VIP welcome call. So those are the people who you've added this month. You'll get them on to the 24th VIP. And their water and, communication with us, just those types of things, but it's really quick. Okay. So getting started with customer care. You want to keep the people that you get signed up, right? That is our most important thing. Okay. So 80% of the goal is 80% is your retention rate goal. Okay. So that means every 10 people that you recruit, you want to keep 8 of them. Okay. So if you are not doing this is an area that you want to work on. Okay. So people are going to leave. We know that's normal. Some people come in thinking they're willing to change. They're not willing to change, right? They're not willing to do the things. Maybe they weren't willing to actually try the products that you wanted to recommend. We know that happens a lot. People are stuck on, I want to try this, but you have a different recommendation. And sometimes things just don't work out with timing. But I promise, if you keep a connection with them, guys, they always come back. I can't tell you how many people have left from 6 years ago and they came back. So keep an open communication with them, engage with them, keep that relationship, post towards them, right? When you're doing that, you want to post. So, but your retention rate is 80%. So check over the last 60, 90 days, how many level ones that you've signed up. Look at your team's level ones. How many have they signed up? How many are they keeping, right? And that is your retention rate goal. Now, super exciting, right? You've got money. You get those emails. It's so exciting to see. Congratulations. You've got somebody as a new VIP. But this is where your work begins. You've used the recruiting system. Now it's time to use your customer care. Okay. So making sure that you've got them started off on the right foot, you're getting them going, you're loving on them, and you're supporting them, getting them plugged into the community. All of these things are going to make it so much more beneficial for your level ones, for your new VIPs. Okay. And if you're a level 2 or a level 3, you should be reaching out and introducing yourself as well. And as a level 1, you should be putting your sponsor in a 3-way. Okay. I put Andrea in 3 ways with my people 6 years later as a Sapphire. Okay. It's just building that community, and it's saying, hey, when you're having issues, I can go to Andrea and she can reinforce and validate what I'm saying. And then they're like, okay, she says it's true, so it must be true. Right. It's just hearing it from a different voice that sometimes it clicks. So using those like types of like connections really makes a difference. Okay, building belief is super important too. So in the first 5 days, you're wanting to really plug them in. You want to show them how to take their products. You want to send them videos. Maybe you want to use the Brooke Hemingway detox video. Maybe you want to use a diamond documentary. Maybe you've seen something on the triplex or how to shake up their pink drink. Guys, it can be something so simple, but you're just loving on them. You're showing them testimonies, tagging them in the welcome post, and doing things to build their belief in the products, getting them plugged into the community, and really just building a connection with them. So whatever that looks like for you, if you have a system, I'd love to hear it in the chat. What do you share with them? What video do you share? What do you do? I personally do a project broadcast drip system. So once they start with me, they're getting the welcome, they're getting all of the consistency messages. But I love the Brooke Hemingway detox video. That one's really good for people, especially who are going to be like constipation, when they mention inflammation, energy, sleep, those types of things. You know, they're probably got like really gut health. And so that detox video is really good to share. And then invite them to a new VIP welcome call. Those are really good as well, because the people that I get on those calls stay with me so much longer. And I've really noticed that it's a really good retention piece. And really, it's just up to us to remind and repeat. And that's on us with our team too, as leaders, just continuing to remind and repeat and send those invitations out to these calls and these events. But just loving on them and getting them plugged into the community is just your top priority. So Pivotal is another way that you can get them plugged in. It's super simple to get them added. You can send them the graphic to show them how to do it. You can hop on a Zoom. You can do a screen share. All you do is when you log into your account, you go to account and you can go to Pivotal. It's a 55% increase in cart size for customers who utilize Pivotal, and a 60% increase in ordering consistently. So let them know it's free. It's like a $40, I think, a month thing that they get for free. And you can show them that it's nutrition, it's grocery list, it's workouts, and they're also getting bonus perk credits when they log in and complete Pivotal. So that is something that you can go over with them as well. Another thing I don't think that we utilize enough is the perk credits. Like, that is huge. I love my perks. And I order more each month just so I can get more perk credits. But this is a great talking point. Once you get them started, letting them know that they can earn the free credits, that they have to order consistently on subscription, and they're also getting the extra perk credits logging into Pivotal and completing Pivotal. And so I put there, why are we not screaming this from the rooftops? Like, people love free things. And so like, I don't know if you all know this, but the Dick's Sporting Good apps, if you have it connected to your Apple Watch, every day that you complete a 30-minute workout or you do your 10,000 steps, it gives you 3 points a day on your scorecard. Like every month I have like $10 or $20 in a free coupon just because I work out. Like, hello, right? Like, duh, let me log into Pivotal and do a workout. Duh, so I get more product for free, right? It's the same concept. So those types of things really work, but it's up to us to show that excitement and to get them like logged in. And so my challenge for you all this month is to get all of your level ones logged into Pivotal. Okay, I want to see that. I'm going to do it myself. Okay, I'm going to pass it over to Leslie, but really quick before I do, you guys can see this box. I went to Staples. I actually ordered them off Canva, or I made it on Canva, and I sent it to Staples online, and it is just a thank you postcard. So I created a postcard on Canva, saved the file, uploaded it to Staples, and this was a box of 200 for $50. Okay, this will last me forever, really. So, and it just says, thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting and trusting me. Your order makes a difference, not just to me, but to my family and community. I appreciate you allowing me to be your pink drink lady. It's that simple. And then on the back, I just write a simple little note, and I bought these little bubble mailers, and I stick a sample or two, whatever they didn't order. If they didn't order Hydrate, I'll let them try Hydrate or an active, or if they wanted to try both pink drinks, I'll send them a sample of the other pink drink. I just try and keep extra stuff on hand. I mean, I use all the drinks, like flavors anyways, but I try and keep everything on hand so I can do it. And like, I just keep this little thing ready, and you can see I've been slacking on my post office run, but that's my level ones and levels twos right now. That's what I've been doing. So I'm going to pass it off to Leslie and let her chat with you guys for a minute about what she does. And yeah.
All right. Sorry, I got lots of sick children here, but you know what? This is what you got to do. You got to show up even when they are very sick, and you just hold them through it. So I can't promise this is going to be pretty, but you know what? We're going to do it. But thank you cards. Like Brianna said, I think it's so, so, so important. And it's a really simple thing that I do when I sign somebody up. So as soon as I enroll someone, I immediately get out the thank you card. I write them a little note thanking them for their support. Just like Brianna said, I just have little thank you cards I've gotten from Amazon, so you can get them anywhere. I just write them a little note. And then, like she said, I always stick a sample of something that either I think they should have ordered, or if I know they have kids, like I'll stick some of the kids' drinks in there. I went through a lot of my people that had ordered, like after they order 3 months, I like to send them another sample. And then I like to stick in like a limited time offer. Like I just sent a bunch of the Berry Slim out just as something just to thank them for their support. So I do that when they first enroll. And then I do it again at 3 months. And then I did it again at like a year. So just to kind of know that I'm always thinking about them. And I like to drop the little samples in there because it gives them a chance to try something maybe that they haven't tried, or a flavor they haven't tried, or just it exposes them to other things. And I've had quite a few people after they've tried the sample been like, oh my gosh, I loved that. What did you send me again? Because I'm going to order that in my next order. So it's a good way to expose people to the products too. And I used to, like Brianna, never make it to the post office. Like it would take me forever. And so sometimes it would be like 2 months of people. When Heather told me that I could put 2 stamps on the bubble mailers, that has been a game changer for me. So now I just get my stamps when I go to the grocery store, and I've always got my stamps, my bubble mailers, and I keep them in a little like tote like Brianna has. And I just, it's been like a continuous thing now. So now there's not like that backup. So that's something too that I didn't realize, that it's just 2 stamps, and then I can just throw them in my mailbox, and it's super easy. And I think people really do appreciate that, like that personal touch. And it's just a nice way to connect with them outside of Messenger, outside of text, outside of a phone call. And everybody likes getting mail. So that's what I've been doing with thank you cards. And Brianna, there was something else that you wanted me to talk about, and now I don't remember. I love this. Let's see. Oh, is the calendar thing next? Yes. Okay, perfect. So the other thing I do when they sign up is I immediately put them on my calendar, and I'm definitely a very paper pencil person, but I have people on my team that have Google calendars and all this other crazy stuff. So if you're technologically not challenged like me, like that's another option too, and they look amazing. But I'm definitely like, I have the old school planner. And as soon as I sign them up, I put that date in my calendar. I put their name and I put exactly what they ordered, just so it saves me that extra step of having to flip back to back office and be like, what did they order again? What flavor, all that stuff. So I have it all in that spot. And then I immediately, while I have my planner open, go to the next week and I'll put like Jody check-in 1. Then I go to the next week, Jody check-in 2. Then I go to the next week, Jody check-in 3, and then Jody check-in 4. And then I do that for the first 3 months. So then I'll go to the next month and I'm like, check in with Jody. I do that before their subscription processes. So I put in like 2 or 3 days before their subscription processes. And I'm like, check in with Jody, subscription processes in 2 days. Just to have those reminders for me, because I'm not going to remember to check in if I don't have it written. And I flip open my planner in the morning. I don't have to look through who do I need to check in with. It's already written there. And it just makes it very simple and seamless, and it prevents me from forgetting about somebody. So that's been a really easy way for me to not forget about people. All right, Brianna, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Yep, you're good.
This is mine.
I know, those poor babies. Thank you. So I'm like Leslie, I add them to my calendar, and I also will set reminders. Can you guys hear me? Okay, just double checking. My AirPods keep going in and out. Add them to my phone. Like, I know I don't always have my paper calendar with me. So if I'm like out and about and the reminder goes off, then I can just send the quick message. And I will also say that if somebody's having issues, like I'm in constant contact with them. Like if somebody's not pooping and they're in their first week of triplex every day, I'm like, okay, how's it going today? How much water did you drink? Right. And then like they're kind of needing that constant communication, that constant belief from you, because if they go 2 or 3 days, they're not hearing from you and they're not pooping, guess what they're going to do? They're going to quit. Right. So you want to be in that person for them who is cheering them on, whether they're pooping yet or not. Okay. All right. So the 4-point check-in system, guys, this is just simple. I copied this straight from the high vibe file of the 4-point check-in system. If you don't have something like this saved in your phone, go to the high vibe Facebook group and copy this into your phone. You can tweak these. These are not like exactly what you have to say, but these are just some good things to get the ball rolling. And and we're going to go over asking good questions. So like the first one can say, hey, Ashley, have you gotten your products yet? I'm so excited for you. If they've received the products, I want you to ask them how they like the pink drink. Tell them, what'd you think about it? And then you can even say, let's make a Facebook post. You know what I'm saying? Like anything like that. Check-in number 2. Are you getting into a good rhythm? You're asking them, are you taking your supplements consistently? Are you fitting it into your schedule? Okay, right? Are you drinking your water? How many times are you pooping? Are you pooping 2 and 3 times a day? If they're having issues, again, like I said, pencil them in and you're checking in the next day or the next day. Oh my gosh, the kids and the dogs. Usually they're in bed. There's no school tomorrow for them, so they're still up. All right, check-in number 3. Hey, Ashley, I wanted to see if you've had any increase in sugar cravings. My 3rd week, I noticed they came back. You can ask pretty much anything in that like scenario, okay? You can ask them if they are maybe seeing a little bit of fatigue or anything related to headaches. They may mention a headache, or they may mention increased going to the bathroom, right? Because if they had IBS like I did, where I went too much, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better, right? And I'm very honest with people when I say these things to them. I'm like, sometimes it's just one of those things where it kind of goes backwards before we can move forward. Your body really has to adjust to these. But I also am huge on celebrating these things because it's a good sign that it is working, right? And so you can celebrate that with them. And then check in number 4, it's just, I'm so excited that you're feeling awesome. And then you're continuing to coach them, you're continuing to check in with them and set those reminders, like Leslie said. Okay, so let's talk about asking good questions, because I'll give you an example. There was a lady on my team somewhere, probably like a level 4 or 5, and she could not handle the pink drink. I'm like, okay, I've done this for like 6 years and I've never had anybody not like love the pink drink. Like, what is going on? So I reach out to this lady on my own. I'm like, what is going on? And she's like, I hate the pink drink. It tastes awful. It makes me gag. Sometimes I throw up. And I'm like, this is mind blowing to me. Okay. So I'm like digging through all of the things. I'm like, okay, tell me more. What pink drink do you have? Okay. She tells me, and I'm like, okay, ice cold water, warm water. Like, are you drinking it with ice? Yeah, sometimes it's warm, like room temperature. Sometimes it's really cold. Okay. How many ounces? 8. Could you imagine the pink drink in like 6 to 8 ounces of water? Like, gag. Yeah. Right. So I'm like, okay, there's our problem. Let's try like 16 to 20 ounces of water. Let's do some ice in it. Like, let's make it an actual drink, not a shot. Right. So, like, you just got to figure it out, because some people are just like, they go crazy, like, when this stuff happens, like, completely. They don't follow directions. They don't do anything that I have people that I will give directions to, and they completely do the opposite. And I'm like, okay, that's not what I said. I need you to do this, right? So get down and dirty with them and be specific. Okay. Ask the questions. How many times are you going to poop? Not are you going to poop? Because they're going to say yes, right? How many times did you poop today? Right? How much water are you drinking? How many ounces? Because if they tell you 3 bottles of water, well, are they 8-ounce bottles of water? Are they 16 ounces of water? Are they 20 ounces? How many ounces are you drinking? You've got to be specific in your question asking. How many of each supplement are you taking? How many Probio 5 are you taking? How many BioCleanse are you taking? Right? Be specific. When are you taking your MetaBurn? When are you taking your active? Is there food on your stomach? Right? Because everybody's like, sometimes like this makes me really woozy. Okay. Caffeine. Okay. Anytime you have caffeine, food will lessen the effects. Okay. Number 1, MetaBurn, coffee, caffeine, period, ever should not be taken on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. That increases your cortisol and causes hormone issues. Okay, so no caffeine on an empty stomach. Don't do it. Eat breakfast, then drink your coffee and take your MetaBurn. Okay. Active. I love active in the morning, but I also love active at like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, that's my jam, because I'm picking up kids and I've got to make it through the afternoon. I take MetaBurn during the day. So active is like my pick me up when my MetaBurn starts to wear off. Okay. So help them, guide them with their supplements. You're their coach. Okay. And like, this is your responsibility. And this is going to sound really harsh, but if you don't want to do this work, don't sign people up. Okay. Because if not, you're just making the work 10 times harder for the levels above you. That's just what it is. You're making good money to get these people on with you in order. Take care of them. And if you need help, that's what we're here for. Like, we're always here to help. You can always throw me in a 3-way. Guys, I'm in 3-ways with like level 5s. Like, it's fine. I don't care to help, but I'm not going to do everything for you, but I will help you. That's what we're here to do, is guide you so you feel equipped to do these things. I didn't get where I am by doing everything by myself. And then dosing adjustments. This can be super tricky. I get it. And sometimes people don't feel like they know what they're doing. Trust your judgment. It's really not too difficult. Don't overthink it. But with asking the good questions, you can fix their regimen. When they're constipated, it's not always more BioCleanse. I can tell you that. BioCleanse sometimes will just cause a watery stool. It's like a laxative effect. But with more Probio 5, they'll actually have a good poop, because the Probio 5 has the antifungal, the digestive enzymes, and it's going in and it's scrubbing up that junk. So if you want them to have a good poop, up their Probio 5, like 4, 5. And I know that they'll run out before, and I hate that, but I would rather them poop and be successful and feel better. So right now I have a lady who was not pooping. I put her on 4 Probio 5 and she finally had a poop. Okay. So it will help get things moving a little bit. If they're going too much, such as when I started, the bio cleanse can be a little harsh. It can be too much. 1 bio cleanse is usually enough. Right now I take 2 most days, but some days it's still too much and I have to back off to 1. I also can take 2 Probio 5 at night and 1 in the morning. I don't ever suggest 3 at night. I just think it's too much. So I like 2 at night and 1 in the morning. I do really well like that. Emily Gibson says when she takes 3 Probio 5 at night that it breaks her skin out. Like it's just too much. So I will do Probio 5, 1 and 1 Vital Biome in the morning with 3 E's. And that really like just helps with my inflammation and my flare-ups with my IBS. So, I mean, it really just depends on the person, but don't be scared. Don't be afraid to ask your sponsor for help. Put them in a 3-way and be like, hey, listen, this is what's happening. And what do you think that we should do? Right? Don't be scared to do that. And like I said, be honest with them. But when they're having detox and they're having things like that, be like, this is great news because it's working for you. This is a great sign that they're actually going in and doing what they're supposed to do. And if they are like doubting you, go look up Candida yeast die-off and detox symptoms and send it to them. But again, if you need help, just let us know. That's what we're here for. Okay, your goal, number 1, once you get your person signed up, is to help your customer get started off with the supplements, getting them plugged into the community, having great communication with you, and seeing results. Honestly, if you're doing that, your recruiting should be a little bit lower because you're loving on so many people that you're not having enough time to recruit. I'll just be honest, because if you're recruiting 4 to 5 people a month, this is going to keep you quite busy, right? So then you're only recruiting your 3 again. Okay. And if you're recruiting 3 and you're helping your team recruit 3, you've got a full calendar and you've got a sustainable business. That's why we do the power of 3 and going silver. Don't try and do it all on your own. We're here to help. Like, this is a team effort. Set your reminders, use your calendar, stay organized, right? You're not going to build a sustainable business without good customer care and retention, because if all you're doing is adding 6 and letting 4 go out the door, adding 6 and letting 4 go out the door, it's not doing anything. Okay. So when you add 6, we want 4 or 5 to stay. And then you're adding 3. And then you're helping someone add 3, right? You're building wide, but you're also building deep. So that's what you want for residual income and sustainable business. Okay. I think that is all I had for tonight. Quick and simple. Does anybody have any questions? All right, Andrea.
You did awesome. Mom's like, she did great.
And Leslie.
She did great. And Leslie.
You guys were awesome.
Little cheerleader. No, you guys, that was awesome.
It was.
And you guys, you know what? It is that simple. Like, it really is that simple. And so I want to encourage you guys to look at how many people you have in your back office. And I want you to try and retain, say you have, like Brianna said, or say you have 10 people in your back office. I want you to try, I want you to retain 8 of those people. Okay. And then I want you to sign 3 of them up, right? The goal, obviously, we would love to retain everybody, but that's not realistic. We're dealing with people and people are going to fall off, and that's normal. But here's my thoughts is I'm always like, you know what, if I go through this whole customer care checklist, and we had the 4-point check-in system, but we also have a customer care guide too, that is like literally laid out. It's pinned at the top in High Vibe. And it has days 1 through 30. It has exactly what you say, videos and everything to go along with it. That's really helpful too. So you can kind of go back and forth, but you have resources in there to check in. And so I love the planner. If you're like, oh, I'm just not a planner person, I said the same thing, but it has literally changed my life. Having a planner, opening it up, keeping it where you can see it, keep it on your kitchen counter, wherever. It doesn't matter if it's not aesthetically pleasing, just throw it on the counter. It'll be fine, or get you a pretty planner. But I want to go over really quick. So one of the things that I know that people say, Yes, and Allie has a board system too, that also has everything written in it that is super helpful. But also too, I wanted to say, one of the things with Metaburn, if you have someone that is like, oh, like Metaburn is burning, like it feels like is literally burning my throat. That is the grains of paradise that is in there. And that's like a peppery spice. And so that's why we always say, take Metaburn with food, and then make sure that they're drinking like a full glass of water. It's not actually giving them heartburn. It is just that when they don't drink it with a full glass of water, like an actual, like full glass, it's just getting stuck. And what happens when your vitamins get stuck? They just kind of start to dissolve and do all that weird stuff. So that is what that is. It's not giving them heartburn, but I know a lot of people will say, oh my gosh, the Metaburn, I just can't take it. And then when I say, okay, you need to take it, you need to eat, then take it, make sure you're drinking water. So yes. Okay. So we just went over last week. We went over the onboarding. This week we're doing customer care. And so I want you guys to take time and go through, write your notes down, go and find that 4-point check-in system, do the customer care, get your planners out. If you haven't gotten a planner, order your planners and go in and check on all your people, send those 3-way messages, connect them with your sponsor. You guys, let's do this really well so we can continue to grow our business. And I know that's what we all want. And that is literally the vibe. In 2023, we are all going to be thriving with happy customers. And as long as you're doing all those things on that checklist and someone decides it's not for them, that is okay. That's nothing you did. That is their choice. You did everything you could do. You went through the customer care, you connected them with your sponsor, you asked the good questions. That's okay. But like Brianna said, 9 times out of 10, they're going to come back to you in some way because you gave them that good customer service. Most of the time, it's just something on their end. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I am just so excited to continue these Monday night calls. I love them on Mondays because we get to meet and just set our week up. But okay, we will see you guys next Monday. Thanks, Brianna. Thanks, Leslie. Bye, guys.